Size is important in biology because it helps us understand the scale of the processes happening at every second. But it's hard to picture when everything inside each cell is operating on a microscopic level. Let's bring the cell into a scale we can all understand, the college dorm room. Your dorm room is 479 trillion times the size of the average plant cell, or roughly 52.2 cubic meters in the case of Monroe Dorm. We used a ratio to find the volume of organelles as if they were in a dorm room-sized cell, and found common dorm room items that represent each organelle's size. Let's start with the nucleus. The nucleus of a plant cell is around 15,300 cubic micrometers, or about 14 to 27% of the total cell volume. If the cell was a dorm room, the nucleus would be around 7.3 cubic meters, or roughly the volume of 2 lofted beds pushed together and the space underneath them. The Golgi apparatus is divided into vesicles called dictyosomes. Each plant cell has 25 to 600 dictyosomes ranging from 0.03 to 0.3 cubic micrometers in volume. If the cell was a dorm room, each dictyosome would be around 80 cubic centimeters, roughly the volume of a cell phone. These dictyosomes are arranged in stacks. The endoplasmic reticulum is a series of interconnected membrane-bound sacs. The rough ER is interspersed with ribosomes and is the site of protein synthesis. The smooth ER is primarily responsible for lipid metabolism. Each cell has one smooth ER and one rough ER, both about 100 nanometers in depth. Together, that's about 10% of total cell volume. In a dorm room, that would be around 5.2 cubic meters, or roughly the size of a large desk. The ribosome, composed of a large and small subunit, is responsible for protein synthesis. In a eukaryotic cell, there are up to 10 million ribosomes. Each ribosome measures around 0.004 cubic nanometers. That translates into a 1.9 cubic millimeter grain of sand on a dorm room floor. The mitochondrion, responsible for ATP production, has an external membrane and an internal membrane connected to the cristae. There are approximately 10 to 10,000 mitochondria per cell, each measuring around 0.02 cubic micrometers. In a dorm room, a mitochondrion would be 9.57 cubic centimeters, about the size of a cockroach. In plant cells, there are between 13 and 39 chloroplasts, each roughly 31 cubic micrometers. In a dorm room, the chloroplast would be around 15,000 cubic centimeters, the size of a printer. The peroxisome is responsible for the oxidation of fatty acids and other compounds. The average cell typically contains 10 to 100 peroxisomes at 0.9 cubic micrometers apiece. Each peroxisome would occupy 430 cubic centimeters of a dorm, or the size of a pencil case. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the vacuole. In a plant cell, the vacuole deals with waste disposal, storage, and growth. The vacuole takes up 80% of the cell. In a dorm room, we could fit about 3.8 elephants in that space. Although we use numbers based off published research, this video is simply designed to give an idea of the relative size of common organelles in a plant cell. Actual sizes will vary hugely from cell to cell. We extend a special thanks to Harvard's BioNumbers for being the primary source for organelle volume. Thanks for watching!